While you're preparing yourself and your family for the possibility of the incoming storm, the Collier County Emergency Management Department is working hard to prepare the county as a whole. We're in contact with all local law enforcement agencies, all fire districts, Emergency Medical Services Division, the local Red Cross, and others to coordinate our pre-storm preparations and post-storm response. Oftentimes when a storm is approaching, the Collier County Board of County Commissioners will meet in an emergency session in order to declare a local state of emergency. This makes it possible for emergency management and others to act more quickly. We also coordinate our efforts with the state and federal agencies like the Florida Department of Emergency Management, the National Weather Service, and the Federal Emergency Management Agency to better prepare for the possibility of a storm making landfall here in Collier County. Probably the most critical partner we have before a storm is local law enforcement. We work together to develop protective action strategies that are designed to help everyone be as safe as possible during the storm. Several key factors must be considered when a storm is headed our way. The wind speed, direction, the projected storm surge, the time of day or night when the storm is forecasted to impact us, all are very critical as to how we prepare. The greatest potential for loss of life related to a hurricane is the storm surge. Storm surge is simply water that is pushed toward the shore by the force of the wind swirling around the storm. It is difficult to predict anything about a hurricane, and no two hurricanes are alike. If a storm is bearing down on Collier County, we're working hard with all of our partners to make sure all of the county residents are safe. Therefore, it is imperative that you review your hurricane plan. Pay attention to all the information your local government issues. At some point, we may begin to order evacuations. Evacuations usually start as voluntary, but depending on the forecast, they may be designated as mandatory. Some of the residents of Collier County require assistance in order to comply with evacuations. The Collier County Emergency Management Department works hard all year round to identify these special needs residents. Emergency Management Technician Patty Clemens heads up our special needs program.
Collier County Emergency Management maintains a Persons with Special Needs registry in the event of a hurricane or other catastrophe. Persons who, due to a physical, medical, emotional, sensory, or visual impairment and are not able to respond independently to an emergency situation that will require an evacuation of their home should register with the Special Needs Program. If you require assistance with activities of daily living, you must bring a capable caregiver with you. The Special Needs forms are mailed in May to all persons who are currently registered in the program. The registrations are renewed every year. If you need a form, you can call our office at 252-3600 and request a packet be sent to you. This also includes information on what to bring to the shelter. The forms are also available online at www.collierem.org. Forms are also available in Spanish and Creole. If you have any questions, please call our office 252-3600.
Evacuations are a part of the process of protective measures designed to clear the areas of the county that are forecasted to be impacted the most by an approaching storm. When a storm is approaching, you have three options for establishing your own personal safety. You can evacuate the area to another part of the state, staying with family, friends, relatives, or in a hotel. You can evacuate from your home and stay in a Collier County evacuation shelter, or you may choose to stay in your home, although it is not recommended if your home is in a designated evacuation area. One segment of our population that can go forgotten during our personal hurricane action planning is our pets. We want to remind everyone that as you make your personal safety plan, that you make sure that you consider what you're going to do with your pets in the case that you need to evacuate. Here to help is the Director of the Domestic Animal Services, Amanda Townsend.
Hurricane season is upon us, and Domestic Animal Services would like to remind citizens that animal owners must include their pets in their disaster preparedness plans. At a minimum, you need to prepare a supply kit for each pet. The kit should include a crate or carrier large enough for the animal to stand up, lie down, and turn around in. A cat carrier should be large enough to accommodate a litter pan. You will also need a watertight plastic tub containing the following: fresh 3-week supply of food and water, and a manual can opener if necessary. Food and water bowls, collars, leashes, and ID tags, records including veterinarian information, vaccination records, current photograph, and microchip and license information. Any special instructions others may need. Waste gathering and cleaning supplies, including a litter pan and litter for cats. 3-week supply of any medications, familiar toys and blankets, any necessary grooming supplies, and a pet first aid kit. If you live in a home that has a high potential to be required to evacuate, such as in a mobile home or in a coastal area, please make a list of pet-friendly accommodations in likely destination communities. Consider evacuating as early as possible to assure the availability of pet-friendly accommodations. Most importantly, never leave your pets behind. Animals left behind can easily be injured, lost, or killed. Also, if local damage is severe, you may not be reunited with your pet for days or even weeks. If you choose to shelter in place, keep your pets inside and with you, preferably in a crate or carrier during the heaviest part of the storm. Let friends or relatives know where you will be, and use a pet finder sticker so rescue workers can know that you have animals. Never leave an animal outside or let it run loose during an emergency. If you have livestock, halter your horses and use livestock marking to write your phone number, or 2 if you have them, on the side of the animal. Do not leave your livestock in a barn or other building. Put them in a pasture where they can seek the safest spot for themselves. Keep with you current photographs, vaccination records, and microchip information for your animals. Collier County offers a pet-friendly shelter for dogs and cats as a refuge of last resort. Those wishing to use the shelter are required to register in advance, and space is limited. The shelter is located at North Collier Regional Park on Livingston Road. Owners must provide crates, food, medications, and any other necessary supplies for their pets. Pets must be up to date on all vaccinations, and records of such must be provided at the time of the emergency. Owners and their animals are sheltered in separate buildings. Owners will have regularly scheduled times to visit and care for their pets before and after the storm event. Trained DAS volunteers will care for the animals during heavy weather. For more information on including your pets in your disaster plan or to register for the pet-friendly shelter, go to collierpets.com or call 252-7387.